Hello and welcome back to your own channel Indian Defense Analysis, where we bring to you all the latest development happening in the defense sector.
The Indian Air Force Mirage 2000, also known as Vajra, is the most reliable fighter jet when it comes to deep penetration strike. During the Kargil War in 1999, the fighters dropped laser-guided bombs on the Pakistan's military installation, dealing a major blow to their advances on Tiger Hill. Pakistan was then using Stinger, a man-portable air defense system that operates as an infrared homing surface-to-air missile. The use of Mirage 2000 carrying laser-guided bombs outside the envelope of Stinger had changed the balance of war in India's favor. On 26 February 2019, 12 Mirage 2000 fighter jets crossed the Indian airspace for the first time to strike the Jaish-e-Mohammed terror launch pads in Balakot as a retaliation for the terror group's suicide attack on CRPF convoy in Pulwama, Jammu and Kashmir. Even though the French Air Force has retired the Mirage 2000 in favor of Rafales, the Indian Air Force inked a contract in August 2021 to acquire 24 phased-out Mirage 2000 aircraft from France for spare parts. But India had an offer from France to make Mirage 2000 fighter jets in India. In 1984, the Government of India has placed an order for 40 Mirage 2000 aircraft, mainly to counter the US sale of F-16 to Pakistan, along with an option to produce another 110 Mirages by HAL in India. The offer to produce Mirages was open for 22 years and was eventually turned down to support Russian MiG-29 fighters. Indian Air Force had to settle with 51 Mirages. In the year 2016, India has placed order for 36 Rafales, a 4th generation fighter aircraft and successor of Mirage 2000. The fighter has changed the balance of air superiority in favor of India. India has received 35 Rafales and the last of the lot is expected to be delivered by the mid of December. The 36th Rafale is very special and the most advanced version of Rafale flying. The 36th Rafale comes with 13 major India-specific enhancements, which includes full authority digital engine to aid jet engines to operate in extreme temperatures, Doppler weather radar which informs the pilot the weather ahead, integration of Indian navigation system with Sigma, extra filtered oxygen generation, integration of a Spice 1000 smart bombs and Astra missile, enhanced Spectra electronic warfare suite, quad pack ejectors for standoff weapons, and X-Card fiber optic towed decoy. There are a few more minor upgrades, which includes more powerful radio altimeter, radar warning receiver, low band jammer, flight data recorder, high altitude engine startup, synthetic aperture radar, ground moving target indicator and tracking, infrared search and track, helmet mounted display, missile approach warning system, and very high frequency range decoy. As per the reports from LiveFest, the India-specific enhancements have in fact grown beyond the list of enhancements originally agreed upon. These mostly pertain to advanced communication systems, at least 2 additional custom sensors modes, and the installation of Indian electronic warfare equipment. The Indian Air Force request for additional enhancements was accepted since they melded seamlessly into the testing that was already underway and did not present a procedural or cost overrun or time delay. The Indian Air Force needs 42 squadrons to counter 2 front war situations with China and Pakistan. Unfortunately, Air Force will not be able to go beyond 35 squadrons even in a decade's time. The Indian Air Force has already ordered 83 LCA Mark 1A, but indigenous fighter programs such as Tejas Mark II and AMCA have been reporting delays. The Tejas Mark II will complete its development by 2027, post which it can enter production. At the same time, AMCA rollout will happen at the end of 2025. The first flight is planned in the mid of 2027 and it will enter service by 2035. The Indian Air Force is also evaluating MRFA program to procure 114 fighter jets under Buy Global and Make in India route. Indian Air Force is in process of firming up the technical requirements, following which a request for proposal would be sent out. The MRFA requirement derived its origin from MRCA, which was running for 2 decades, where Rafale has outperformed all the other fighters. It is not clear at the moment as when MRFA program will start delivering the fighter jets. However, the real question is if there is a need of MRFA evaluation or Indian Air Force should go ahead with the procurement of additional Rafales and save time. India has heavily invested in the program for India-specific enhancements, pilots training, buying weapons, MRO and other infrastructures related to Rafales. The fighter jet has proven its capability in Indian conditions. The Indian Air Force Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary flew aircraft during Garuda 7 bilateral exercise in Jodhpur. He said it's very important for India to add 4.5th generation aircraft to its inventory. Definitely, we require 4.5th generation aircraft, 5 to 6 squadrons of these aircraft to meet immediate requirements. Clearly, CAS has been quite satisfied with the Rafale's performance and want additional 5 to 6 squadron of the fighter jet. Further, the procurement of Rafales will cost lower to India as it has already invested on India-specific enhancements and the order which will be upcoming will be much larger. France is trusted defense partner of India when compared with other Western nations and USA. Russian fighters at the same time are lagging behind when it comes to latest technologies. While their procurement is often cheap, the maintenance of the fighters is nightmare, which eventually turns out to be costly in long run. Be it MiG-21 or MiG-29 or Su-30 MKI, the fighter jets have to undergo several modification, India-specific enhancements and upgrades to meet Indian Air Force requirement and operational readiness. Still, their serviceability is very less. So there is a need to take a prompt and timely decision to procure additional Rafales and do not let this program meet the fate of Mirages.
This was today's update. Please let us know your views on this in comment section. If you like the video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. With this, I would like to say goodbye and Jai Hind. We'll soon back with more interesting and amazing development happening in the defense sector.